Happy Thursday night, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. Good evening, KB. Good evening, everyone that's hopping on here and joining us tonight. It's Thursday night. The weather here in Oklahoma has been chilly the last few days. Looks like an Arctic front coming through next week. So it should be interesting. It always is this time of year. It's Super Bowl weekend. Sooner softball's underway. They win their first game. They're down right now, trailing in the fourth inning, 3-1 in their second game of the doubleheader. What's up, Jay?
What's up, man? You looking nice. I feel a little underdressed tonight. Not gonna lie.
Just got home, man. It's been a really long day.
Yeah, I hear you, man. Been a long day. Glad it's Friday tomorrow. OU women basketball get a much needed win tonight. Over Ole Miss. Still, I think they turned the ball over about 27 times or something like that to get the win. OU basketball on Saturday, big-time game. Need to win that game. And then you got football offseason in full force. I see Pink talking about fly, Eagles fly. I don't know how the Eagle fans are feeling right now, but I don't know, Jeremy. I'd like to see the Eagles win probably, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. But yeah, it's Super Bowl. I hope it's a good game. Hope it's a good game.
I'll be there just to watch the good game. That's what I'll be there for.
Yeah, that's right. What else is going on, man?
Jay, there's not a lot. I mean, NBA's kind of been big news lately with the trades. Mavericks look really good. Selene says hello, Jay and German. Surgeaholics. Hello,
Mavericks,
Selene.
man, that's going to be a tough matchup.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait a second. What is that?
Never laugh.
Oh, I laugh all the time, Crystal.
Hey, sometimes we turn our camera off and laugh because, well, we just don't want to laugh on air about something that was said or something. But, oh, yeah. Now, Jay was always the more serious twin, people said. I was always more of the goofball.
Yeah, and Germ, I know that, like, my family knows this. Your family knows it. It's kind of a running joke in our family, and it's that we have a laugh that is it's a silent laugh almost. It's like,
well,
you're really laughing.
Hunter can describe it. When we laugh, it sounds like we've smoked about 50 packs of cigarettes.
Maybe you sound like that. I don't sound like that. It's more of a silent laugh, but whatever. That was actually pretty funny, that laugh you just did. Don't do that again. Dave.
Hunter can verify, though, our laugh. Many times when we start laughing a lot, Jay,
yeah,
he'll say things like, man, sounds like you just smoked a pack.
Hey, Dave, thanks for the super. As usual, we really do appreciate that. Colin, Jordy Ball was good. Had the home run and pitched good on the mound and beat the number 5 team in the nation, Tennessee. So,
hey, Chet, surprisingly, is going to be back tomorrow night. I'm shocked that they're not waiting until after the All-Star break. Eric, yeah, I have a suit coat. I literally walked into my house. It's been a long day. I had school all day. There was a basketball game I was at, school dance, and now I walk in and start this live. So,
wait,
yeah.
Was this high school?
Junior high. I haven't had time to change. So, yeah, suit jacket. Absolutely. A suit jacket. That's right.
Junior high dance. That's
hey, Jackson. Jackson, you're wrong, Jackson. You are 100% wrong. You're wrong. I would say Kennedy's better.
What's up, Bobby? I got to get this. Corey's
I didn't want to take it off, Eric. I don't want to take it off. It's comfy, man.
Hey, Corey's brought up the Thunder game and then the OU game. How about Chet coming back tomorrow? I was shocked to see that. Do you think he's going to play very much? What?
I said that.
I know, but do you think he's going to play that much?
Tomorrow. Well, Jay, he's either ready or he's not. Like, come on.
That's true.
Jackson, you can take ball over anyone. That's fine. I'm taking Kennedy in a one-game situation, and I'm taking Patty Gasso over all of them. So
there you go. Minute restriction.
Yeah, I think there'll be a minute restriction possibly. But he's either healthy or he's not. If he's not healthy, then he shouldn't be playing. Period. So that's what I'd say on that. Man, hey, Purple Orca. It's a bad question because
You can't.
well, I'm taking Patty Gasso in softball and Nick Saban in football.
Yeah, I mean, you can't compare the two. You can't compare it. So it doesn't matter. It's two different sports. That's like might as well throw Tiger Woods or Michael Jordan. Or I mean, what do you over what sport? I mean, totally different game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows on softball? Softball's a long season, Colin. It's a long season. I think it's funny. I did say before the season, I was like, OU's going to lose more games than they're accustomed you losing just because they got young players and stuff. You know, a lot of people said no, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
San Diego State was picked in the Mountain West, but it doesn't matter. OU's going to beat them. I think OU will win the game.
That's
maybe wrong.
Hey, what was the stuff that came out today about? I don't know if you saw this. Somebody put it in the Discord about a new entity for NCAA or something. Do you know anything about this?
I did not, Jay.
And Eric is right about the thing that Saban was able to do it with multiple teams. That's pretty. I mean, that's a good thing. I wonder, why do you think it was he didn't work out in NFL? I just think it's a different game, don't you? It's just a different game.
Jay, yeah, there's no telling. I
mean, guys that work out in the NFL, a lot of them never even coached college ball. What did Hunter put up there? Is that
Hunter
the link?
Posted the monumental shift to power conferences.
And I don't know if Hunter. I mean, I didn't really read it today, so I don't know what it consisted of or anything. I think the big talk is Drew Brees. I'm wondering what that's about. Big talk is spring games and whether teams will do spring games. Did I see it right? Or did I hear that Ole Miss is doing something wild or something for the spring game?
What is it, Jay? I haven't heard.
I'm trying to remember what it was. I thought I heard it on the radio.
What are they doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember. I have not listened to that, Talon. I'll have to go listen to it. Flag football. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. Flag football. They're going to play flag football.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Why? That's what it was, too. That's what I heard today, too. They did a dunk contest last year. Why not, Jerm? I mean, it's only for – let me ask you this. Jerm, last year, OU spring game. After the spring game, how many people were pumped about that offense?
I'm confused on your point.
My point is it doesn't matter, Jerm. The spring game last year, how many of us were like, oh, my gosh,
then fine, just don't play it, but don't do flag football. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Deion Burks. Wow. Deion Burks. Oh, my gosh.
No one said that.
Down the middle of the field, the seam routes. Oh, my gosh.
The spring game last year was mad.
I just don't think spring games mean a whole lot. So to me, if it's just for fans to come hang out, maybe sign players can sign autographs. Why not do something fun that's more fan interactive? I don't know.
Yeah, I disagree. I'm not going to something like that. I'm not going to something like that.
Oh, I would.
You can. I'm not.
What are you going for then? What are you going to watch at a spring game?
Well, I mean,
you can't tell anything from a spring game.
I agree, Jay. You can't, but I'm not going to pay $20 to go see guys not even in uniform and just playing flag football, man. I'm not doing that.
Okay. We'll see. None of our receivers from the spring game played, Jay. Well, that's true. That's true, Talon. I'm just saying in general. I've watched spring games. I watched Josh Heupel in the spring game look horrible.
Correct.
And it didn't matter. I mean, it's one game where it's not even a game. They don't even use the same scoring system. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of like the NBA All-Star game. What
or
is
the
that?
NFL Pro Bowl. I don't watch it. I haven't watched an NFL Pro Bowl in probably 20 years.
But you know what you would watch on the Pro Bowl is the NFL Quarterback Challenge, the flag football stuff, right?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to pay to go there, though.
Well, no, but
that's my point.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
I think the only way to fix the spring game is to play another team in a scrimmage. That
Correct.
to me would be that would be good. I would like to see that. That's in April. Your season's not till August. If your guy gets banged up, they can get better. I mean, I would like to see it. I know it will never happen, Hunter. I get it. But I'm just saying I think that would be cool. I know it'll never happen.
Yeah, it won't happen.
No. It'd be cool. You know what would be cool? You don't play Bedlam anymore. Play it for the spring game. Oh, there it is. Devin read my mind. We said it at the same time. You don't play it anymore. Play Bedlam for scrimmage. Scrimmage it. That'd be great.
Lane said, yeah, I'd love Bedlam. I'd sell out, and it'd be great. Sophia
Or
Nugent
you play it twice. You play one at OSU, and then you play one at OU. 2 scrimmages.
Sophia Nugent scored a double and RBI in the 4th. Jordy Ball, 7 innings, 1 earned runs. Yeah, I mean, Sophia Nugent, I think, would have been great at OU, but she's not there, so it's kind of pointless to even talk about.
I'm down for a Bedlam 2 scrimmages. Back-to-back weekends. One Saturday at OSU, one Saturday at OU.
Yeah, what happens?
How would an average economy house watch your favorite team win Super Bowl or national championship in person? Oh, it's crazy the amount of money it is.
And
what are Super Bowl tickets? I wonder.
Oh, I'm sure upwards of 5,000. Hey, Josh Allen MVP.
Do you think he deserves it?
I mean, you can't say that you can't say that he doesn't deserve to be a most valuable player guy. Now, is he the only one that should? No, I think there's multiple guys. And I know why Hunter's so upset. It's because Saquon didn't win it.
Hey, I got to say something.
But Hunter, you're wrong. Actually, the real MVP is Josh Allen. He's the one that won it. So you're wrong.
Hey, I want to go back to this scrimmage thing and spring game. Wouldn't the biggest part of a spring game be to try to see where you're at, maybe how you are, like?
Well, that's not what the spring game is for, Jay.
But wouldn't that help you for come August?
Yeah, it would, Jay, but that's not what they're doing. Hey, and by the way, Jay, I've said it.
No, they don't, Hunter. Wait, time out. No, they don't, Hunter. No, Hunter, they don't. It only gets you against your players. And if you have a really good defense and a not so good offense like last year, what can you really tell? I don't know. Fans and recruiting, that's it for spring games.
Sidney Sanders struggling, man. I said this in a video we did about the preseason video.
I'm with you.
Drops her shoulder too much. Pops out all the time.
Well, I think maybe rotate Tia Malloy, some others in there till she gets it going, or if she gets it going. I don't know. Here's the thing, though, guys. The Saquon Barkley. What does MVP? This is a great question tonight. What are you doing, man? What the heck are you doing?
Dropping my shoulder, swinging up on it.
Are you a hitting coach?
Could be.
No, you couldn't. I've watched you play softball. You're really good, but you dropped your shoulder quite a bit too.
That's funny. I've watched you play softball. You're really good. I know I am.
But you're not a hitting coach, okay? Hey, MVP, in your opinion, take out most valuable player. Don't use those initials. What is MVP to you? What matters the most to win MVP?
I am so confused by your question.
Stats?
Should be the best player in there. It should be the best player. Regardless of team record.
That's not what it is. It's most valuable player.
You asked me what it should be.
I know, but what I'm saying is it's most valuable. And since it's most valuable, Josh Allen is more valuable than Saquon Barkley.
I don't know if he is, but that's what they say.
They don't have a Pro Bowler on that team other than him.
Oh, I agree. They're not very good outside Josh Allen.
So he's carrying them. That's my point.
Lamar, Josh Allen is better than Lamar this year, period.
Johnny Boy, I don't see why we can't have a Bedlam game as one of the non-conference games. I would love it too. I don't think it's going to happen. Now, you know when it might happen? And I wonder what Brent Venables, he hasn't really talked about it much. We know what Gundy's response is. He doesn't want it. I wonder if they, when they switch coaches, if the new coach would be up for it. Because has Brent Venables come out and ever said anything about it? I'm trying to remember. Has he said, I don't want to play that game?
When they switch coaches, I don't think Mike Gundy's going anywhere.
Oh, hey, the president left. I mean, just saying.
Again, are we talking stats or are we talking most valuable? Because, you're going to have better stats if you have better surrounding cast. I mean, it's just the way it is. Crystal's talking about online NCAA ranking. She hasn't played in a couple months. Hey, I'll say this, Crystal. Anyone that's out there right now on this show, you have got to email us at SoonerSurgePod@gmail.com if you want to be in the Sooner Surge NCAA football 2025 bracket, which we will reveal next week sometime. The cutoff to sign up is Sunday night, Super Bowl Sunday. SoonerSurgePod@gmail.com. We've got several entries, but I know there's more that want to be in this tournament. So drop us an email, send us an email.
Yep. I don't know if Hunter can drop the email in there. We had quite a bit sign up last night, but need to get your name
Robert, it's a game and a half. Please stop. It's a game and a half.
Is that game over?
No, it's probably only in the 5th inning.
3-1 still, I'm assuming, in that game. Hunter, I don't know if you can drop the score.
They had a 3-run bomb. They had a 3-run bomb off Sam Landry. That's all they've had.
Yeah, 3-1. Eric should advance to play the winner automatically. I've dropped 50 plus on it. Well, that's not the way it works, but it should be easy for you, Eric. If you've dropped 50 on everybody, you should just cakewalk to the finals, man. But we'll see what happens. Gregot says pencil him in the chip. Can't do that, but he's talking smack. Maybe he thinks he'll be there. What's up, Texas? Hook'em's in here.
I may sign up to play just so I can roll one of those guys.
You don't even know what button to hit, Germ.
Yeah, I've got a game plan. I'll run the clock down to 1 every time. I'll shorten the game.
There will be money involved, yes.
Really?
There will be a prize, Corey. Sign up. If you want to win, if you want to lose too. I mean, I don't know how good you are. So
hey, Gregon, I would, but I don't play NCAA football 25. I might sign up for the tournament. I just don't have time to play video games, period. That's honestly my reasoning. I just don't have time. That's the whole thing.
Texas lost Blake Gideon. Hey, I got a question. Who's Texas' backup quarterback behind Arch? Do you know? I know KB does.
I don't know. I don't follow Texas football. How many minute quarters do you think we should do?
Me and Hunter
that's something we'll discuss as a team.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about it the other day, but Trey Owens, there it is. Corey, come on now, Corey. Come on. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, Talon and Eric going to hook it up, man. They're going to go for it on the 25 and see who wins this between the two. What else, Jerem? The Bedlam stuff, man. Let's make it happen. Scrimmage.
Not happening. It's pointless to talk about.
I know it is.
OU basketball's got to win Saturday against Tennessee.
Hey, you know what about this? What about this idea for spring game? 7-on-7 drills.
No. Yeah, it is one.
Wait, what's a must win? Saturday?
Yeah, home game, Tennessee.
Oh, you have to win the game.
Got to win it.
You got to win it, Hunter. Hunter, real quick. Let me say something on OU basketball, okay? And Hunter, you can jump on here if you want to argue with me on it, but when you're OU and you have not made the tournament in 3 years, and every year at the end of the year, they're right on the cusp. They're on the bubble. And all it takes is, like this year, they may get to 6 or 7 wins in the SEC. It would look a lot better if one of those wins was against the number 5 team at home. It would look a lot better if against one of those teams was Kentucky at home. You can't just beat
Kentucky. Wait, I'm so done with it.
I mean,
hey, Hunter, is Kentucky a must-win at home? I want Hunter to answer the question.
Well, I tell you what, it's a must-win. Then is at Texas. Arkansas rolled them most of the game last night. OU needs to win that game.
Wait. Hunter, I'm calling for Hunter right now to get on here for a second. Get on here and let me talk to you about it. Wait, at Texas? What?
You gotta win. You gotta win home games, man.
Home games. Come on, Jay. Hunter, show me the last 4 Kentucky games right now. Put Kentucky's last 4 games on here, please.
They've lost 4 or 5. They've lost 4.
Thank you. But OU can't beat them at home and shouldn't? Yeah, they should beat them at home.
They're not as good as people thought.
No, they're not. Otega, wait. You got to win a game at home. Sick of got to win on the road. Got to win. No, got to win at home.
Arkansas won at Kentucky.
OU won at Arkansas. OU should beat Kentucky at home.
And I'm not saying they will. Listen, I'm not saying
they will either.
I'm not saying they're beating Tennessee at all. In fact, I'm not picking them to win that game at all.
Hey, Hunter, can you agree with this then? Hunter? OU must, I repeat, must win either Tennessee or Kentucky at home. You agree with that?
No, I can't.
What? To make the tournament, Hunter. We're talking about making the tournament.
I mean, I can, Jeremy, if you could calm down, that would be great. But
wait, I'm going to repeat it really quickly. I want you to answer. It is a must for OU to win either Tennessee or Kentucky at home.
I don't need to hear it again. It's not.
So you tell me, Hunter, wait, Hunter, listen.
Top 15 teams right now.
Okay, Hunter.
That's not a must win.
Hey, Michigan was on all these teams.
Well, Jeremy, if you could, use a normal voice, maybe I could understand what you're saying.
What's Arizona ranked right now, Hunter?
What?
What's Arizona ranked right now?
They're winning the Big 12.
I mean, I'm trying to pull it up real quick. They're ranked number 20. OU beat them, yeah.
OU beat them. What is Michigan ranked?
I don't believe they're ranked anymore, are they?
Louisville. OU beat
What's Louisville ranked?
Let me pull up the rankings, but
hey,
again, this whole
Jeremy, will you let me talk?
There is must wins on the schedule, yes.
Okay. Hunter, listen, Jeremy, you stop talking and let me ask Hunter a question. Okay, and that means you're gonna have to just chill for a minute. But Hunter, you're saying Kentucky and Tennessee, neither of those are must wins. So for OU to get to 7 wins to make the tournament, what are the must wins?
Hunter said 8 wins, by the way. Hunter said 8. Hunter said 8, not 7. So.
I'll give you 8. You want 8, I'll give it to you.
What are the must wins?
To get to what number, Jay?
7 to make the tournament.
No. Okay, I think 7 and 11 with this SEC schedule get you.
Earlier you said 8.
So what are the wins, Hunter? Tell me.
All right, I'll give you 8 term. There you go. Let's make you happy. 8 wins. They're at what? 3 right now. At Missouri versus LSU versus Mississippi State versus Missouri at Texas.
But you haven't beaten Missouri twice, which Missouri's better than Kentucky.
Missouri destroyed Kentucky. Didn't Missouri beat Florida?
Yeah.
Or Tennessee?
Yeah, I don't get that, Hunter. At Missouri's a must-win, but at a home game's not? Come on now.
Missouri's been destroying people.
I mean, they lost Southern night to Tennessee, but...
Okay, they lost at Tennessee.
Hey, Hunter,
I can also rephrase it. You can take out the at Missouri, switch it to at Ole Miss.
Again, Ole Miss is really good, man.
They're ranked 25.
Hunter, I agree with LSU. LSU, I agree with. Mississippi State, I agree with. How is at Texas a must-win when you couldn't even beat them at home?
Well, that's part of the issue, Jerm, is it's going to be the last game of the season. You have to win that game. You have to. I don't care that they couldn't beat them. Yeah, Porter Moser has not beat Texas. Yes, that's true. They're probably not going to beat Texas because for whatever reason, they can't figure it out. But, it is a must-win. That is a must-win. That's the definition of a must-win. Saying that a top-5 team at home is a must-win.
Repeat the definition of a must-win, please.
Insane, Jeremy. That might be your worst take. And that's
No,
up
he
there.
said one of the two, Hunter. Not he didn't say Tennessee. He said
No,
one of the two.
at first he was saying that. Then
I
he
did. I'll
backtracked
stand by
and
it.
Hunter, answer this
that's a bad
question.
take. If
Hunter,
they win it,
listen.
it's an upset. Fans storm the court, rightfully so. That's not a must win. But okay.
Hey, Hunter, Greg God says 4 more wins. That's what I said too, 7-11. Here's the problem, though. Do you think they get in at 7-11 if their next 4 wins are LSU, Mississippi State, Texas, and
there would be at
Missouri
least
at
one,
home? They don't beat any of the good teams at home?
there would be at least one ranked win in there at the minimum.
But every team they play that's ranked in the SEC, they get
And then I think regardless of where it's going, is you're looking at they need to win a tournament game as well. You can't have the same as last year, because it's kind of the same argument as last year of like, oh, it looks like they got to the win total. Guess what? They threw out a dud. They got left out of the tournament.
So hey, Hunter, you're proving my point.
You're not doing this, term. No, you're not, because it would be the same thing even if they do win it. To call it a must win is stupid. I'm sorry. It is. It's a bad take.
Okay, Hunter, and you know what's a dumb take? You can call me stupid all you want. You know what's a dumb take? To say that it's not a must that they win one of the two. Kentucky's not any good right now. They're not.
I disagree, but okay. We're not going to agree on this. So
Hunter, drop the last 5 games Kentucky's played. I want it in the chat. I want to see it. I want to see the score totals. And then also, if you're 7-11, you're going to have a much better shot, like Jay said, getting in when you beat 2 ranked teams or one of the 2. Yeah, Mississippi State not going to do anything for you.
And I'm not sitting there saying Tennessee's a must win.
Are you trying to say that they don't have good wins right now?
Do what?
Early in the year, Hunter. Early in the year. Regardless of what you want to think.
That's when non-cons play, Jay. I mean, it's
Hunter, listen to me. Hunter.
It's not like, you just picked a habit at the beginning of the year. It's the same for everyone.
Hunter, listen. Since the beginning of college basketball selection committee, they look at the last part of the season. They always do every year. How are you playing down the stretch every year? And that's one of the reasons why OU hasn't gotten in. They're on because they've had good non-conference seasons, Hunter, under Porter Moser.
If you guys are both saying the last 10 games is what you're trying to hint at, but at Texas isn't a must win.
No, I think Texas is a must win. I didn't say it was.
Army doesn't.
Well, I think it is. Kentucky
I
is.
think that'll depend on when they get there, Jay. If you beat Kentucky or Tennessee, you might not have to have it. It's always true. You got to win your home games. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here?
What are you doing? Dude, you need to
win your home games. I'm just asking for a split of the 2 teams.
Dude, Pickering and Parker are they continue to wherever they left off last year.
Pickering and Parker elite.
Let's move on.
Hunter, I want to see Missouri's. Hunter, I want to see Missouri's last 5 games in the chat, and I want to see Kentucky's last 5. Okay, that's what I want to see.
All right, let's switch topics for a minute.
I want to see Missouri last 5 and Kentucky's last 5, and I want to know at that point. I'll say what I'm going to say.
Jerm, I'll give it to you if you can read it and not scream. If you can promise me that, then I'll give it to you.
I will, but I know why you're saying that, because you are dead wrong with that take.
I'm dead wrong. Okay, cool. I still think Kentucky's a good team, Jerm. I do.
A good team, fine. You're at home, beat them.
I think they have a significantly better coach than what Oklahoma has.
Not arguing with you there.
Regardless of what y'all are arguing about, you know what? It's going to come down to one game on this schedule, and it's going to be the last game of the year. That's going to be the game whether OU gets in or not. It's going to be at Texas. I'm not a betting guy, but I would bet that going into that last game, they have 6 wins. And I think it's going to come down to that game. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I think they might have 6 wins going into the at Texas game, and it's going to be riding on that game. That's kind of where I'm feeling. It's going to be just like the last 3 years. You got to win to get in.
We're going to open the phone lines. Hunter's going to drop in Missouri's last 5 and Kentucky's last 5. Also, we're going to ask for you to check out the Fan Stop. Why? Because it's officially licensed. It's locally owned. They got a great Shirt of the Month club. And if you sign up by February 20th, I'll say it again. Sign up by February 20th for the Shirt of the Month club and use code SURGE. you will get that St. Patty's Day special shirt of the month in your mailbox March. Okay? So do it tonight. Shirt of the Month Club, thefanstop.com. Phone lines are going to be open. We're here to talk all things sports. Sooner softball's up because of Cassidy Pickering bomb. Hunter's getting ready to drop Missouri's last 5 and Kentucky's last 5. We're talking anything and everything. I'm going to do it without yelling, so stay tuned. You're going to see that I can do it.
Hey, I want to bring something up. Last year, OU basketball, and everybody knows this if they watched OU basketball. There was one game last year. If OU wins the game, they make the tournament. And it was a home game. And it was when Houston and Kelvin Sampson came to town. And if you remember that game, they lost by 2. They had a chance to win that game. They lost. If they win that game, they make the tournament. I think we can sit and argue all we want. Beat Kentucky or beat Tennessee at home, and you're probably going to make the big dance. So put up or shut up. You got 2 games there at home. One of them needs to be won. I think that's what we just need to agree to disagree. That needs to happen. That's what gets you into tournaments. When you beat a team like that at home, you should do it.
Here we go. I'm not going to yell. Here we go. Kentucky versus Bama. That would be at Kentucky. 5-point loss. At Vandy. 5-point loss. At Tennessee. 5-point win. At home versus Arkansas. 10-point loss. I don't care. Calipari back. Ooh la la. Oh, I want ooh la la. At Ole Miss, 14-point loss. I look at that and I say, struggle bus. Struggle bus.
Hey, trivia question.
OU beats Vandy. Kentucky loses to Vandy. I get one was home, all that. So now I'm ready for the Missouri last 5 games. And then I'm going to see if this makes sense to me. Missouri, here we go. Missouri at home versus Arkansas, 18-point win. By the way, Kentucky home versus Arkansas, 10-point loss. Okay. At Texas, 8-point loss. Versus Ole Miss, ranked opponent, 8-point win. At Mississippi State, who, by the way, when they played him, I believe was like number 12 in the country, 27-point win. And at Tennessee, 4-point loss. Yet, OU should sweep Missouri and not beat Kentucky at home. Okay. Make it make sense, Jay. Make it make sense.
I don't think you can on that one because Missouri's playing really well right now.
Missouri's playing phenomenal lately.
Hey, let's get to trivia.
I do agree with Hunter on this. You have to split with Missouri. You got to split with Missouri. You got to beat them at home.
You got to win them at home, yeah.
You got to beat them at home.
Let's get to trivia. Jeremy already discussed fan stop. Here we go with trivia. Last year, last game of the regular season for Oklahoma basketball, needed a win to really secure yourself. They lose at Texas before they go on to lose in the Big 12 championship game against TCU. But in that game against Texas, who was OU's leading scorer? For the trivia point of the night, who was the leading scorer for Oklahoma at Texas last game of the year last year?
I think I know of it.
There's the Fire Josie nightly edition by Sargent.
Wasn't Jackie Moon. Hey,
not Jackie Moon, not DG. No.
Jay.
Not Godwin.
I think really was it I'm coughing. I
you
think
got worked up, man.
I think
not Nick Anderson. He was not available. Nick Anderson was not available. Jalen Moore. Not Jalen Moore. Tanner Groves, that was 2 years ago. But people already forgot this guy, maybe. Not Jerry Schmidt. Not Schmidt.
No.
Ron Brown, no.
Jay, you stumped him, Jay.
Stumped him, man. Just go look at the box score. Not Oway.
Yeah, someone could go look at the box score and get it immediately.
And that's true, Eric. They are forgettable.
Jay, I will say this. Part of this issue that we're arguing, though, we can't really prove because, again, I think you have to define must win because to me right now, every win's a must win for OU basketball.
No, that's a dumb take. That's so stupid.
No, it's not.
I see a must win as if you have to win the game or you don't make the tournament. And nothing's a must win until you get to the last.
You don't know what a must win is right now.
I do know. It's not Uzan.
What?
At Texas, it was not Jalen Moore, as far as I'm pretty sure it was not. But Hunter, you can verify for me. Pretty sure that's who I think it is.
Rivaldo Suarez.
Yes. I believe he had 21 points that game.
He
on
was
the road
playing great at the end of last year. Jay Johnson was on a couple nights ago talking about his daughter having her ACL surgery this next Wednesday, so prayers for him. Hey, Jay, you know what? I'm going to say it right now. Laugh me off the channel. I don't give a rip.
Of course you don't.
There's 68 basketball teams that make the field. 68 in the country.
Yeah.
OU hadn't been one of them. OU hadn't been one of them in 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm right. Every win's a must win.
No, I'm not going to argue this. Let's move on.
They're 16 and what's the record? 16-6 right now.
They need
with
4
3 and
wins.
6 in the conference.
They need 4 wins.
3 and 6 in the conference. I think 16-6 overall. That may be 1 or 2 games off it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Soares, Greg God. Correct. Hey, man,
Jay,
what else, man? Yeah.
Now, go ahead. I'm going to give you an analogy in a minute.
Go ahead. I'm here for it.
I'll give it to you in a second. I'm just going to think through it, make sure I think it's a.
Ron thinks they need 5. I don't. I think they need 4. Now, if you're saying 4 and then 1 in the SEC tournament, possibly. Man, the SEC is so good. It's loaded. Basketball, it's loaded. Who's in worse shape, OU football or basketball? 12 teams and OU can't make the playoffs. That's a great question, Eric. I would say this. I think the chances, man.
It's easier to make the big dance in basketball, though. That's a fact.
It's easier, yes, to make the big
12 out of
dance.
16 SEC schools are going to make it. If 12 would have made it in football, would have OU made it? I'm curious. Where was OU ranked? 13th? Or where was OU ranked SEC in football?
I don't know where they ended up standing-wise. It just
It
wasn't
was close
good.
to 12 or 13.
That's a great question because I think if you're going to ask, okay,
No,
who's closer to
about
winning a
9.
national?
9 or
If you're
10.
going to ask who's closer to winning a national championship,
Oh,
well,
national championship, I don't know.
I mean, I think football would always be a better chance than basketball. I think the difference is Greg says football's in worse shape. I think because of the OU program being good in football, that a lot of people would say, yes, OU football is in worse shape because let's face facts. OU basketball, other than a couple of years where they've made the runs, I mean, other than Kelvin Sampson, and then you had the Lon Kruger a few years, I mean, they haven't been just destroying people, but I'd like from 13th in the SEC last year, Jeremy.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. That's really bad.
Yeah, it's horrible, Jay. It's pathetic, Jay.
Yeah, it's bad. And I think this is it. 918 says it. There's absolutely 0.0 expectation for the basketball program. There's none. I mean, there's upset fans that they have not made the NCAA tournament. But I guarantee you they're not living as much as OU football fans from last year. It's just a different animal.
Hey, before we get to corrections, let me say this. Because I think I got what I think is great right here. Here's why I say every win's a must win right now, Jay. When you haven't made it and you're striving to get somewhere you haven't been before. And you can sit there at the schedule and say, I don't even know if is there a guaranteed win on OU's schedule? Listen,
no, they're all tough.
If there's not a guaranteed win, like automatic win, then every game's a must. You
get on this high horse about certain things, and you're going to stay on this must win. I'm not going to argue the must win thing. I think
if there's no guaranteed win, you got to win any one you can.
All right. Hey, let's get to
corrections.
What's up?
So one thing I wanted to talk about, and maybe you get some people calling in, is I listened again the other day going to work, the interview on the breakdown with Curtis Lofton and why he stepped down as the GM. And I tell you what, every time I listen to that interview, the more pissed I get. The fact that, here's this good man. He's had a successful career at OU, successful career in the NFL. The fact that he had to be subjected to sitting there on phone calls getting cussed out by players who haven't done anything at all at Oklahoma over pay or playing time or anything, and we put up with it and we don't put their names out there as bullcrap. And it's like, what are we doing with these kids nowadays? We're teaching them that it's all about them, not about teamwork, unless you're like Stutzman, who has a dad that actually teaches them, good life lessons about loyalty, teamwork, sticking with your commitments. Man, we're not doing these kids any favors, and and I'm not saying it's every kid on the team, but it's just, and I know I'm not the only one who thinks about this. I talked about this at work, with other, college football fans, and people are really starting to hate players. And it's hard not to go down that road where you're starting to really despise these players to where it's like, you know what I mean?
Well, I think here's the problem, corrections. I see where you're coming from, but I'm looking at it a little differently. And I think if they would just go ahead and make it like a free agency type deal, which is basically what it is, I don't think people would hate the players. I think it's because the narrative of the way it is right now. But corrections, I don't think Curtis Lofton probably should have been in that role from the get-go, because it is a cutthroat. I mean, it's a different world, NIL. And I don't think he was probably best cut out for that. It doesn't sound like he didn't. I don't think he wanted any part of it.
Right. I agree. But what are we teaching these 21-year-olds that have done nothing yet? It's like, okay, if I'm working at the jail and some snot-nosed 21-year-old big-headed kid comes and starts cussing and swearing at me, guess what? They're getting a spit mask, they're going in a restraint chair, and they're getting thrown in a cell for a couple hours, to get taught a lesson. I mean, we're just these kids. They just don't have.
Did he say that people were cussing him out?
Yes, he said he would mute the phone while they were cussing him out, and that he would have, the pretend stuff like he's like things that he wanted to say while he was on mute, and then he would unmute him and say, "I'm sorry you're feeling about that, little Bobby. We need to, we'll see what we can do to, help your feelings a little bit better." And it's just,
I need to go watch. I need to go watch.
Watch it.
Let me speak on this, because corrections, I agree with you, and I'll tell you why. Of course, I'm around the next generation, you could say. The system has created this problem. And what I mean is there's been a lot of enabling. There's been a lot of paying of players before they've done any actual thing. Now,
yes,
I would agree. It's ridiculous how this is now. But a lot of the blame goes to those who have. It's just where we're at right now. And this is what I can't stand. Honestly, I just can't stand it. Like, until they require contracts, like you perform and you get paid, this is the way it's going to be. And it's ridiculous, because what it does is it creates big time issues between people, teammates, even, and so forth. It's not good. It's not a good situation.
Right, and I don't care who you are. It's like, just because you're a GM at Oklahoma doesn't mean that you have to be subjected to verbal abuse like that from some no-name kid. We shouldn't. We should expect better than that. And hopefully, one of these days, Curtis Lofton's a better guy than I am, because I would have named names and let the fan base know who it was that was doing that. But he's a better man than I am, more forgiving, because he didn't put their names out there. I wish he would have.
Hey, thanks for the call, corrections. Appreciate. I'm gonna have to go watch. I need to go watch it. I'd like to watch it. So I'm glad you said something about it. I'm gonna go watch it. But
here's my biggest issue.
But before we get to Bobby, I gotta say something though. Is you got to start. You cannot look at it that way. That these are kids. You got to look at it differently. Look at NFL. No, stop, Germ. Look at the NFL. There's a bunch of guys that just give me money. I just want money, or I'm not going to play. You know what most people do? They laugh at them and say, "Okay, don't play." You're just going to start treating the college kids that way. Like, if you don't want them to come to your school because of the way they're acting, don't sign them to come to your school. They like, why? It's part of the system. The system, that's what it is. It's a business. So like,
Jay?
you cannot like that their dad's going to call in, but do it in the NFL. If somebody does it, what do? You just don't sign them.
Well, that's fine and dandy, Jay. But guess what? then stop whining when people complain about how they play.
What do you mean
Look,
stop whining?
The people that say, well, it's not right, people are going at these players. People are, look, these are kids. No, they're not then. You can't say, well, they're kids, and then let them do whatever they want. Look, if this is a business, I can boo when I want. I can yell when I want. I can complain when I want and things like that. And
hey, let's get to Bobby. Bobby's on the line. What's up?
Do y'all think Mateer kind of reminds me of Stutzman in a way? I believe he's going to set a good example, unlike some of the other players maybe around the country with the NIL. And do you all agree with that?
I love what I've seen from John Mateer. I saw a video of him on SEC OU football. Just he's getting out in front of people. To me, he seems like a really good leader type. Great head on his shoulders. Yeah, I mean, I do think that part of what I've seen, I love.
Yeah, he'll carry the good legacy like what Stutzman. That was the most important thing. I think he set a good example for the other players, and I think Mateer will probably do.
I think he'll be a good leader. Yeah. I need to see what he does on the field. That's what I'm ready for him to see. If he can play Stutzman was a leader on the field and off the field, and I think Mateer, we've seen what he can do off the field. Kind of like when Dylan Gabriel came in, it's kind of a similar situation because he came in with Levy. Mateer's coming in with his OC guy. So hopefully he can transition to smooth offense and much better offense. So
and maybe Mateer played maybe with maybe a little higher. Maybe at Washington State he played a little better opponents. Don't y'all agree than when Dylan Gabriel came in? Because at the time they were
last year was mainly Mountain West teams they played. So
okay.
I would think it's probably similar to what DG was at UCF. I mean, maybe similar, but it's a step up for sure now. So we'll see. But I like Mateer. I like him a lot. So we'll see what he does on the field.
All right, y'all have a good night, guys.
You too, Bob.
Have a good night, man.
Jay, let me say this, okay? I want to make sure that I say it how I want to say it. And I'm going to lose it before I say it because my mind's just everywhere right now.
I can talk.
I'm going to say this. The Curtis Lofton stuff, I get it. He wasn't a coach on the team, but if anyone says that they should be able to cuss him out, they're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. Second of all, if Nick Saban or Deion Sanders or if guys like that, if players started cussing them out and they said, you're off the team, a lot of people would say, if BB does it or Curtis Lofton complains, that people are like, oh, you soft. Oh, you soft. You gotta let kids yell at you. It's okay for them to do that.
Well, you gotta win games to stop that narrative. You gotta win games to stop that narrative.
But it's not okay for that kind of behavior.
Okay,
if that was happening. That's not okay.
But I think we have a different opinion on some things. And
I'm asking you, do you think that's okay?
Jerem, listen.
I'm asking you, do you think it's okay?
For somebody to cuss somebody out? I don't like that. I don't like that. No, but here's what I'm saying, Jerem. Listen.
I actually put Deion and Nick Saban in the same one.
Jeremy, listen. Every kid that goes to college comes from different background or raised differently. This has probably happened before all this too, okay? It's getting elevated now that there's NIL, okay? But I'm going to say this, and maybe I disagree with you a little bit on this. The system is broke, but the way the system is, if a player wants more money and is going to try to get more money, I'm for the player until they fix this. Until they fix it, what, Jeremy? It's a business. Here's my deal, though. If a player wants to do it, that's fine. If you don't like it and you're the GM of Oklahoma, just don't sign him, or just say, take a hike. We're not going to talk to you anymore.
You're wrong.
Wait, why do they have to pick up and talk to the phone if they don't want to talk to him?
First off, you don't even know what the conversations are.
I don't. That's why I'm not talking about it. I'm just saying, here's the thing. Listen, if you don't like it, just say, you know what? You're not going to fit our program anyway, buddy. So take a hike.
That's what I'm saying. I agree. You should say that. A lot of people on this chat right here would have a problem if Curtis Lofton said that.
I don't care what other people would say. I'm telling you my opinion.
I mean,
I think
I don't know the
I think
behind
it
the
starts in
scenes
high school anyway.
conversations.
I think it starts in high school anyway. I think it starts earlier than college.
Well,
I know a guy that's in 9th grade and just got paid a couple $1,000s to go to transfer for basketball. I know it's not much money, but it's 9th grade.
Great God, we don't have any context. We know what Curtis Lofton said, but I'm also not gonna speculate that it had to do with other things. Like,
I don't. Here's what I'm gonna say.
I don't know what it was.
I have not seen the interview. All I'm saying is this is a generality. It's a business, and to me, the players right now, they're trying to make as much money as they can because they may not make the NFL. They're trying to get money. Is there a law against that? Is there a law against it?
I'm big on the authority stuff. I'm big on respect.
Stop.
I'm big on respect. So
I'm big on respect too, Jeremy. Don't tell me I'm not. I'm asking you a question. Is it about money for a lot of these players? Is it a business?
Yes.
And if some of these kids know they're not going to make the NFL and they want to make more money in college, is that you're going to blame the player for that?
No, I'm going to approach it the right way, Jay.
What
I'm not going to cuss someone out if that's what's happening.
Jeremy, but just take out NIL completely. You don't even talk about NIL. In everything in recruiting, it happens all the time in recruiting before NIL. You might say, hey, parents might get involved and talk to coaches weird. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying it's a business, man. I don't
disagree about asking for more money.
First off, corrections, I'm with you. I don't like it. I wouldn't approve of it. If I was Curtis Lofton, I wouldn't approve of it. But I would just say, see ya. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to talk. We're not going to talk like that. Go play somewhere else. It's a business. We don't want you. You don't fit our system. You don't fit our what we want in players. We're not going to be a good fit. So just go somewhere else. And then you don't.
Well, I don't think an adult or a player, anyone should be cussing anyone out because they want something, period, ever.
Oh, okay. I understand that. I'm not saying
that's
you are totally switching things. And I am not saying that I agree with it. I'm saying it's going to happen whether money was in any job, anything. It happens all the time. When you turn 18 and are an adult, people act sometimes that's not the best.
So that's my point, Jay. Why do people defend the behavior?
Who's defending it?
Oh, I thought you and a lot of people in the chat were.
See, you change it. I didn't say I'm defending it. I'm saying, who cares? It's a business. If you don't like it,
who cares? Who cares? I care.
And that's exactly right, Hunter. It doesn't make it right, but it's going to keep happening.
And that is the lousiest statement I've heard tonight.
Oh, whatever, dude. Whatever.
That would be like me saying, you know what? Yeah, it doesn't make it right. I agree. I mean, I don't like how you're acting, but guess what? Happens everywhere. So be it.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
No, I'm going to try to correct the behavior.
Okay, but Germ, it hits home a little bit when OU's tied right now. Well, if you had, I don't really want to say like my kid or your kid was going to college for NIL, but I'm not in that situation yet. And I would never cuss out any school. But if my kid was out of school for 2 years and said, I want to transfer, another team's going to give me more money.
I would tell my son to go into the school you're at and say, hey, man, I love this university. I've received this offer from this other university. It's quite a bit more than here. Are you guys going to be able to match that? Or I'm not going to go in there and say, give the money now or I'm out of here. It's not how you approach it.
Jerm, that's you. That doesn't mean the next guy would do that. I don't understand this argument. Like there's people that not everybody's like you. There are people who are going to do things differently.
All I was saying is I would expect professionals.
Do you think people liked it in NFL when Antonio Brown or people would do things like that? What he did, some of the stuff he did, demanding
not
stuff.
Okay.
Do you think people liked it?
No, it's not okay, Jay.
Okay, but so what happened?
So
what did Pittsburgh do? What did they do, Jerm?
I'm never going to be one that says, well, I'm not okay with it, but it happens everywhere, so be it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not okay with Jerm. Listen, you're
gotta be better. Gotta be better.
You're totally changing what I'm saying, but that's fine.
Gotta be better.
I don't care. That's typical. Typical Jeremy. Change it to fit his narrative.
I'm not even fitting a narrative. I'm just saying it.
Morally, yes, Jerm, but there's always going to be those people. And that's what I'm saying. Judging off portal exits, OU had to be the wide receivers. Listen, I don't know. I'll tell you this.
That's also speculation, though. We don't know.
I'll say this. When we get off this live tonight, before I go to bed, I'm going to watch the interview because I want to see it. I'm interested. Was it the same one that he did a couple weeks ago? Was it just corrections? If you're still on here, if you can put it in they only did one interview with Breakdown, right?
Yeah, I think so. Is it Greg God or is it Steve? Is it Steve from Blues Clues? That was some good investigative work, but I don't know how much I believe of it.
Okay,
Jay.
2 weeks ago. Thanks, correction. I'm going to go watch it. I think it's horrible that players would cuss a GM out, but I'm also not surprised by it.
I'm not surprised by it.
I'm not surprised by it. I mean,
no, who said I'm not surprised?
I mean, I think everybody, you would have to admit that you could talk to a lot of people, agents, whoever, they say it's a dirty world, probably NIL.
I'm surprised by it.
So it's going to happen
All
in
I'm
a world
saying,
like that.
If I ever get to a point in life or on this live, and Surgeaholics, this is for everyone, for you. Call me out. If I ever get to the point where I say, you know what, I'm glad these players are demanding all this. I hope they continue to be horrible in how they present themselves. If I ever get to that point, please tell me, because I'm done with this. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore.
Hey, Sooner Thrawn, real quick. It says, so disrespectful to treat one of the best linebackers in OU history. I don't care if it was the worst linebacker in OU history. That's
has
not
nothing to do with who the linebacker is.
It doesn't matter who it is, in my opinion. It's just don't do it.
Don't treat anyone that way.
And I agree. The whoever they get for GM, it's a wild world out there in LA. They're going to be ready for it because that's what it is. It's a different era. So, to me, I don't know if this is the right word. I don't want to say embrace it, but you kind of have to. You got to kind of embrace the world of NIL right now.
And that's tricky how you said that. So
I know it's tricky, but I'm just saying
another day. That's another argument for another day. Because when I think embrace, I think allow too.
Well, that's why I said it's tricky how I'm going to say this, but we can talk about that another day.
Hey, thanks to Corrections for starting this conversation about 30 minutes.
Good topic, Corrections. Good topic.
Yeah. Hey, it's been great. As always, thanks for joining us tonight. Check out the Fan Stop before you leave and go to the fanstop.com and sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club and use code SURGE. Make sure you do it by February 20th. OU softball in a battle right now against San Diego State, but we'll have a softball video that comes out that recaps the 2 games from today. Thanks for being a part of our channel and our community. We appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic Friday.